Well, hey guys, we need to talk. All right, so we need to have a conversation. I just got back from a rehearsal and we were talking about like do's and don'ts, and one of the bandmates had seen the superstition video, and I was like, yeah, I did it kind of as a joke, just to for for a LARP, I guess. And people paid attention. And one guy said that I look a little emaciated. Well, it's very kind of you. Help me out, bud. Share my video. Give me some views. But in any event, we need to have a conversation. So, stemming from my superstition video on base takes is kind of the progression of where this is going. I'm still going to talk about Jocko, but not right now. So we need to talk about the whole slap thing. So there are a lot of bass players in your local area at the clubs. There's that one guy who's really great. He's in like 6, 7 bands. And he's got the same groove and the same slap spot and the same key. And I'll let you guess which one it is. Open E. Minor, major, doesn't matter. But he's always in open E because it looks impressive. And so we got to talk about slap, man. What are you using it for? Why are you using it? And what is the end goal? Is it a part of the song? Is it a shine spot? Is it needed, first of all? Once you get past that, then we have to talk about the whole open E thing, because every time there's a dude that like cracks it open, it's always it's just always in that spot. That so you have your or you have your and so you have to kind of start looking at it like what are you going for, man? I mean, if you're recording, if it's like a song being written by the band, you have to start kind of breaking down what you're doing on bass, because it's really important. Because if you are going to do a slap line, you have to remember a lot of different things. First thing is, can you replicate it every single time? Did you write the part, or was it a part that you felt that you might need to learn later and then replicate the part? Is it a part that is necessary? Is it a part that fits the song? Is it a part that actually grooves with the drummer? Hey, Popo, I know, you're having a moment. It's my cat. Um, but you have to like think about this whole slap thing beyond just on the stage, pressing those who are easy to impress, because what you're effectively doing is setting yourself up for failure. You might not remember the part. You might not be able to play it that way again. What were you doing leading up to it? What was the feel leading up to it? Was the drummer the same drummer? I mean, these are all things that need to be really important when you get into the super slap. And I know that you can go on like Instagram and TikTok and find a million dudes now, million dudes running this board, slapping the mess out of it, double thumbing, getting a little bit of those, taps in and all of that. But you have to kind of like evolve beyond it. As a bass player, it's really important as you start to feel out the instrument, and each year you kind of evolve into like, the next final form. You get into like the next part of what you are as a player is. So it's super important that what you do today, if I could speak, sorry, first day with my new tongue, what you do today should still be able to be done tomorrow. And so the open E thing is the one that gets me the most, because once that's your anchor, that's it. you can't really get away from it when you've established that all you can do is, sloppy. But, if you can find ways around it, kind of play with the notes in the E major, E minor, just getting away from that anchor of always right there. I mean, come on. There's just so many songs that are already there. There's so much ground that's already been cultivated. So think about your slapping, especially open E. You've got to get away from it at some point, and you have to become a little bit more versed in the notes that you're playing, because if you are not, then you are just going to be a guy that's carrying the same groove into every song because you need that shine spot, or you want to kind of break out a little bit. And there's tons of different ways to break out, like the whole string skipping stuff, or half-ass chording and things like that. They all go a long way, and they're all part of getting better. But when all you're doing is just, all the time, it's repetitive, and it only is going to take you so far. When you get into recording with a band, or you're getting into writing parts, or you're trying to do an audition, and that's all you can do, and you can't stick like an E groove, in excess. I don't know what else to do to to help you, other than say, like, when it comes to slapping, know when to do it, know when it's important, and never worry about the shine, and make it an actual part that you can replicate today, tomorrow, and forever. That's my base take.